The book of Isaiah contains a prophecy that we're going to review today because it says that we're going to be changing our names in the future and some will adopt Jacob's name. Now, does it make any logical sense to you? Really consider this slowly, that if his name only means the negative heel supplanter that's given to us in Strong's Concordance and taught by preachers, that Isaiah would really have written this? Would the Most High have a prophet say to his people that in the future they will desire this name and they're going to change their names to heel supplanters? Something is way off with this line of thinking and teaching. Something is wrong. This week's word study is a deep dive into the Yahudyath, the Paleo Hebrew of Jacob's name. We will show through the Yahudyath how rich the meaning is of Jacob's name and gain the proper perspective on why you'd want this name and why the Most High would prophesy it. Okay, let's look at Jacob, Yaakov. Here's his name, Yod Ayin Kuf Bet. It's H3290. Everybody has been told it means heel holder or supplanter. They are getting its meaning from the story in Genesis of Jacob's birth. The story is different in the book of Jubilees. Just as a side note. Okay, but let's go with what they're saying for the moment. So, when we look at the components, we have the yod in the front. It's a prefix meaning he will. And then we have a three-letter word that's, here it is in Strong's, that in Strong's tells us this means crooked, deceitful, polluted, extreme rear of an army, a heel, a rear or footprint, a hinder part, a hoof, a rear of a troop, a footstep, because, reward, in, by, for, if, compensation on account of, the latter part of anything, wages, reward, to be behind, to come from behind. Now remember, folks, that in the original ancient biblical texts, there were no vowel pointings. There should not be 4 different entries for a word. That's just my personal opinion, but I have found it to be really true. Some of this is just not so. It should not be. If you go into Klein's dictionary, it means, they say it means the following: to follow the footsteps, follow it heel, cover with footsteps, to hinder or prevent something, consequence, reward, buzzards. It said buzzards because they sit on a high place and trace their prey. Raise something to the third power, which is a perfect fifth, into cube, or a steep mountain road. Okay. Now, the first 3 letters of Jacob's name are also a word. It means to pour out and cast metal. This is in Klein's dictionary. And the last 2 letters of Jacob's word also mean something. It means a wooden leg, to hollow out, make a hole, to vault, hollow a vessel, and it's used to measure dry goods. So this is all inside of Jacob's name. Okay. So when I came up with some component meanings, I look at, he will follow footsteps in the rear as a consequence or reward. He will sit in high places to study prey or situations he must tackle and overcome. He will follow footsteps in the steep mountains. He will be raised up to the third power. If I look at each of the letters and their meanings, then it goes even deeper. Yaakov raises up the house or tabernacle and collects and gathers through pressing and squeezing trials. Yah's hand of power inside the seed raises up the house or tabernacle. Powerful guidance, direction manifesting fruit, which nourishes the raising up of the house or tabernacle. Yah's direction and power coming through the eyesight to see that which can raise and elevate others in the house or tabernacle. So that I find Yaakov's name doesn't mean just heel supplanter, and if you read the book of Jubilees and esteem it at all, you will see that it conflicts in the story of Yaakov and Esau quite a bit. They are not the same. Okay, do you want better? Here's the first time on this channel we are broaching the subject of how definitions in Strong's and other resources are coming, how they're coming from words which were translated into English. Meaning, heel supplanter, I don't think really comes from the meaning of Jacob's name. How many sermons have we all heard about how Jacob was a heel supplanter? And that is the only thing that is said, as if that was the entirety of the meaning of his name. Does it even make logical sense to you that his parents would name their baby something with such a negative connotation? I mean, even if he was born holding the heel of his brother, are you going to name him something that means a heel supplanter? Wouldn't you have already picked out a beautiful name for your baby? I mean, here's the verse in Genesis 25, verse 26. If you dare to read and study, like I said, the book of Jubilees, you'll have a much different view of Jacob and Esau. Genesis portrays Jacob and his mother in a very negative manner, and Jubilees does not. Jacob's name means something very beautiful, strong, and powerful. Things that are totally negated and not even mentioned in Genesis nor in Strong's and dictionaries. Klein's etymological dictionary of the Hebrew language differs from Strong's just a little bit if you look at those above. Isn't it a possible insult to the patriarch Jacob and his legacy to have such a negative meaning to his name, being all that is remembered and recounted in our modern reference books? Can you see and sense yet the corruption, even if you think insignificant, that carries through time into sermons and reputations of people in Scripture and potentially vain prophecies built up because of missing information? That's all about Shem. In the Yahudyath class, I'll be teaching, Yah willing. We will review other similar examples, and I will teach you how to spot these for yourself. You will learn much about many words in Scripture. If you are interested in learning, please contact me at this email address. Now, I'm not going to continue to post onto YouTube all my word studies. I've put enough of them there to show you the type of research that I do and the value of it, that if you want to continue and learn, then you can join me on another platform that's conducive to studying in a classroom and chatting amongst students and all that kind of stuff, and have fellowship and community building. I believe the ancient Israelites knew exactly what the names meant they gave to their children and the beautiful covenant meanings that they had. Once I started studying names in Scripture, I found out what my own birth name meant in Yahudyath Paleo Hebrew, and it had a profound impact on me. It was a blessing to know it. If you are interested in learning yours and those of your loved ones, I am offering a service through our new Etsy shop. I will translate full birth names using Yahudyath or Paleo Hebrew and put the meanings into 12 different styles of certificates for framing. This service will include the word studies done. Please consider giving this gift for baptism, naming ceremonies, birthdays, or any day. It's never too late to discover the hidden insights into your own journey that were gifted to you at birth. You don't have to have a Hebrew name either. There are charts that I use that map the ancient Paleo letters into the English ones. I hope you check out this service. There are links in the description. It would be a real honor to translate your name for you. Shalom.